Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Entrepreneur Talks podcast. And today I have the lovely Carrie Morey with us. So, Carrie, welcome to Entrepreneur Talks podcast. I'm so grateful for your presence.
Well, thank you for having me. So good to see you.
Amazing. And everyone must be looking to ourselves right now and see you in the car. But I love the fact that you join me, but you still on the move, but you're not driving. Thank you so much.
Not
Really.
driving. I definitely am not driving, but always on the move, trying to get in more than I probably can and overscheduled like everybody else, right?
Bless you, bless your heart. So tell us, where are you talking from, Carrie?
I am in Charleston, South Carolina, which
Wow.
is my home and where I started my handmade biscuit company.
Fantastic. And by your car around yourself through the windows looks like it's a sunny day.
It is gorgeous here. It's a little chilly, but it is beautiful. I'd say about 60 degrees and sunny.
Oh,
Can't
wow.
complain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. Okay, thank you for sharing that. I mean, London is not sunny, you can see, but it's not too cold. But I decide to just wear this for the show, and then
It
on
looks
my
cute.
on my next guest, I might don't have this. It's just to change a little bit. But thank you so much for sharing. Now, I would like to ask you if you can describe yourself in 3 words.
Three
Yeah.
words to describe myself. I would say determined, hard worker, and always moving. Moving.
Love it. Love it. That's really good. And that's why makes you the successful woman that you are. And
Oh, thank
so
you.
let's hear a little bit about more your story, because how did you get where you are? Who or what do you do, Carrie?
I started about 16 years ago a handmade biscuit company, and biscuits here in America in the South are a little different than biscuits in the UK. But it is our bread. It's a savory, sometimes sweet bread that is served really with every meal. Most people eat them for breakfast, but I grew up actually having them for every meal, and especially love them for supper. So my mother, Callie, made an amazing biscuit, and I just thought they were too good not to share with the world. So I started a business around handmade biscuits.
Oh, wow. 16 years ago.
Yeah,
So,
16 years.
So you've been through all these new innovations about technology, bringing things online, not be online. So you've been, so you know exactly how the move is from one side. That's why you said yourself, you are the moving, a moving person, like moving all the time. Wow, that's
Yes.
wow. And so that kind of business, how do you look back to the, like, because it's been 16 years and you've been through all this process from advertising in certain way that you advertise these days in a different way. How do you feel about this, the process for you? Did you find difficult when was back in the days or more now? How do you consider this process between the changes, because it's so many changes, I do believe, in terms of technology example.
Well, I have found every bit of the entrepreneur process difficult. And it's just been a different time when we started versus now. So I haven't found any of it to be easy, if I'm being 100% honest. And I think that the key is to constantly know that it's always changing and evolving, and that means you have to change and evolve. And when I started the business, it was an online mail order biscuit business only, which I was
Oh,
definitely way ahead of my time because nobody was buying food online. I look at that now, whereas it's totally changed, but it really hadn't gotten really busy in the online food space until, a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Sure.
So, um, knowing that I had started a business in 2005 selling only online, I had to quickly start moving to come up with other ways to generate revenue and other
Yeah,
revenue streams. So I think that's just my MO. I'm always moving and changing and pivoting and, trying to make things work.
that's amazing. I'm so glad to hear this story at this specific mount, which is our Mount Women's Day to empower other women, because this is beautiful. I love what you just said. And what exactly or how do you think right now, how do you have a store on physical store, or you still
I
just
do. We have 3 hot little biscuit bake shops and 1 food truck, and then we also sell wholesale to grocery stores,
oh,
all over the country, and we also sell online. So we have a few different avenues for revenue streams. And, a lot of people would tell you that if you're trying to grow and scale a business, being so diversified is actually not a good thing. But I have never been more grateful for all of our diversification as I was when the pandemic hit, because we had some businesses that really weren't doing well, all of our brick and mortars, but then we had others that were making up for it. So, they all feed each other marketing wise. When people come into our restaurants, they hopefully like it enough and go home and want to order online or go to their grocery store. And then vice versa. People see it in the grocery store and they're curious and they come in and want to experience what it's like to be in a hot little biscuit bake shop. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm very mindful that, there's always going to be ebbs and flows in all those businesses.
where do you, well done, well done. Where do you I'm looking to you, Carrie, and I'm thinking, where this girl takes all this strength and focus, where this coming from? What is your background? Who is the model that gave you all this? Because must be
I've definitely had a lot of scrappy entrepreneurs in my family. So I think, you just learn and you don't even realize that you're learning. But I think I have many mentors in my family that unknowingly inspired me to want to be a hard worker and be successful. And so I've just always been super driven to find my own confidence through the success of business. And I think that's really what drives me.
wow, that's really good. That's really good. What time? What age were you when everything started to in your mind? Because I don't know if you before the biscuits, before this baking business, you had another businesses.
I no, this is my only foray into being an entrepreneur, but I will tell you that the thing that motivated me to start this business was, well, 2 things. I wanted to figure out a way to work within my passion, which was food, specifically Southern food, but I didn't want to compromise my desire to create the life that I wanted to lead, and that was being a fully present stay-at-home mom to my children. So I was trying to put those 2 things in a box and create a business idea that would allow me the lifestyle that I wanted to lead. And so that's what led me to starting a Southern food business that was a mail order business. And I wasn't in any hurry because I had my main job, which was raising our daughters. And so when I look back on it, the business has slowly grown as my daughters have grown, which is exactly what I wish for. So I wouldn't want it any other way, really.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's really good. It's amazing when we plan, we dream, and it happens the exactly. Of course, there's a lot of things going behind the scenes that we don't need to bring here, but there we go. It's amazing to achieve our desire in terms of goals and everything that we dream for. I'm so
I
so so
agree.
yeah, so grateful for your presence again. I need to say this. This is amazing
You
because
are
I
so kind. Thank you.
you also are you running a program on TV or some? I know you did some, or you have some. Can you tell more about it?
Yeah, and I actually think it's available in the UK. It is on our public television. It's called PBS. It's called How She Rolls, and it's a docu-series about my life
Hmm.
with regards to growing and building a business and balancing being a mother and the business of biscuits. So we are in our we're filming season two. Season one is came out last summer, and it's 10 20-minute episodes, and y'all should check it out. It's called How She Rolls.
What the channel? What is the name? The name of the channel you said?
It's called PBS, Public Broadcasting System, but you can get it on Apple TV or Amazon Prime.
Oh, I do have Amazon Prime, but I don't. Because I was thinking maybe on Netflix or or Amazon, but I will.
It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.
Okay, I
Yeah,
will check
How
it
She
out.
Rolls.
Oh, that okay, fantastic. So everyone can listen right now. If you have Amazon, you can join and watch season one from Carrie. That's really good. So how do you now I wanna ask you something to encourage others. How to find their passion. How do you what would you say?
I think in order to find your passion, you have to start by I always tell young people to start by getting a job and start young because there's no way to know what you're truly passionate about without experiences. And I think the best way to do that is to start working and work in different industries so you can see what gets you excited. I knew from a very young age that food was my love
Passion.
language and how I communicate with people. And so just trying to figure out how to take your passion and make it into a business is the hard part. But when you combine your passion with your desire of how the life that you want to lead, things become more clear. So I encourage anybody who's on that path to try to really do soul searching and figure out what it is that you want to do based on what you love and then what your priority is. For me, my priority was being a mom and being really present. So I brainstormed about how I could do all of that.
That's really good. Yes. And how and when it comes to being a mom, that is how old is your kids? They still babies. They still
Not really. Well, I started the business with my when my oldest was a year old. So I have a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 14-year-old. So
okay.
three teenage girls.
Oh, bless you, bless them as well. So from now that the age that they are right now, do you see them baking as well, or what is they found their passion already or not? Some of them or no?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we definitely have food and cooking and entertaining as the main thing that connects us in our family, but I don't know that that will be their passion. And I've always just encouraged them not to think about carrying on my traditions and my passions, but to try to figure out what their passions are because I know that taking over somebody else's business might not be your passion. So you have to really figure out for yourself what you want to do. So I just am always encouraging them, please work, go get lots of different jobs, have experiences, travel, um, figure out what you don't like to do. And when you figure that out, then it becomes much easier to know what you do like to do. And I think that there's a lot of pressure put on kids these days to have to know what they want to study or know what their passion is. And I think that's a hard thing to learn at such a young age. I think it just takes time and experience. So there's no rush.
Yeah, that's right. So good. That's really good. So Carrie, now coming to I'm just thinking, okay, your kids are the teenagers right now, and your business got so many different ways to bring revenue. Do you think you still you will be able I think we always are, but do you think there will be something new that will come and then you will join as well? Or you are like, okay, this is all I want to do in terms of the different paths that your own business got revenue? Do you think that that's it?
Well, I think that I don't have another entrepreneurial idea that is outside the realm of the brand that I'm building. But at the same time, I think brands grow and evolve, and one of the most exciting things about growing your own business and building a brand is that you get opportunities that you never would have thought that you would have as a result. So I don't think that we're done growing, and I don't think that we're done with new and exciting opportunities. So I hope those continue as we continue to grow and build the brand.
Yeah, because my hope is to come to London so I can try your cooking.
Yes, I definitely think we need a hot little biscuit in London for sure. And in the meantime, you can get my 2 cookbooks on Amazon and bake your own biscuits at home,
Oh, really?
until we get a bake shop. But yeah, I have 2 cookbooks, Callie's Biscuits and Southern Traditions, as well as my newest cookbook that just came out in November called Hot Little Suppers.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. But I'm gonna check if I have all the information with me, which I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not sure because I can't remember if I saw on your details any Amazon. But please send me that so I can
Will
actually
do.
add to the description and find out and buy your book so I can say I'm trying your cookies because that sounds amazing because you're already all over your country, so I believe maybe the next step will be expanding to other countries. Hmm?
Yeah, wouldn't that be that's a good dream to have for sure.
I love it. I love it. I can see that happen. Definitely. I can see. But
Love it.
okay, Carrie, thank you so much for joining me. And I would like my last question is how can people connect with you? How they can find you online, anywhere? Just tell us how.
Well, come to calliesbiscuits.com. And then if you're on Instagram, please check us out at Callie's Hot Little Biscuit and or my personal page, Carrie Bailey Morey. We'd love to connect with you there.
And once again, could you tell us about your books? What is the name of
Yes,
the book?
I have 2 cookbooks, Callie's Biscuits and Southern Traditions, and also Hot Little Suppers. And then don't forget to check out our docu-series on Amazon,
That's right.
How She Rolls.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, uh, under like on the description of this podcast there is your information about your website, your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, but and also I will make sure I add your books. I will try to find, I believe I can find them through the through your name, right, on Amazon.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah, I will add them and also will add your Amazon series. So that's going to be what I'm going to do straight after our session. And then everyone can click and get connected with Carrie and try her cookies either away from her or if you are in her country, in her city, or anywhere in the country, right? Because they are everywhere, right? You
Hmm.
sell them on
Yeah.
supermarkets as well, or do you?
Do we sell what?
On supermarkets.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We sell the fully baked biscuits and we also sell the mix so you can do it at home if you prefer to do that.
Oh, so beautiful. Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Carrie, for coming. And
Thank you.
I wish you all the best. And yes, we're gonna keep in touch and every keep doing what you're doing. You're doing an amazing work, but I hope that in 5 years or I don't know when London will be able to taste that and smell that around the corner from my house. That will be
Me too.
amazing. We never know. We're talking right now, and that means that we believe and it can happen. So I
That's
wish you all
right.
the best And
Thank
God bless.
you. And thanks for having me.
You're welcome, Carrie. You're welcome. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
So